Hello everyone, so without further ado, here's some northern COVID news. There's an ongoing press conference in Finland regarding the present COVID situation, which is nationally considered pretty bad. There are about 50,000 confirmed cases around the nation, 5,126 new cases within the past 14 days and 4,446 14 days prior to that. The death toll is currently 708. Now, Finland's western neighbor Sweden is not doing too well. In fact, the last numbers are looking so bleak over here that they ended up in the Finnish newsfeed. With almost 4,300 new confirmed COVID infections in the past 24 hours, the situation in Sweden is probably making headlines elsewhere as well. So what's going on in Sweden? Let's take a look at DN, or Dagens Nyheter, or translated, the daily news. They're doing the weekly live announcement here as well. Prime Minister Löfven says the vaccine does not mean that you can just relax. Here's what's going on. Winter holidays are coming up here in the Nordics. Over here we actually call it the sports holidays. School's out and the idea behind the holidays is that you go out and enjoy the winter, ski, skate, play hockey, snowboard, etc. Many people take this as a chance to go abroad. Well, you can't really call Thailand abroad for a Swede, nor can you call the Canary Islands abroad for a Finn. But these places are places with sun, booze, and lots of people to exploit. So, what's the problem? We can't go anywhere. Well, ski resorts are still keeping open, and Prime Minister Löfven is warning about this because the ski resorts are fully booked, packed, overcrowded. I'm not really sure what he wants people to do about it, because if ski resorts are allowed to keep open, people will go there. Simple cause and consequence. Should every individual now suddenly feel a sting in their conscience regarding corona? So I am at Vitabergsparken, where you have really great sled slopes, and I should not be stupid enough to stand in front of one of them. These are amazing, and if you're wondering what this is, it is a safety measure so that kids don't hit the light poles. Somehow when I was a kid, we knew that if you jump in front of a car or sleigh ride straight into a tree, it's gonna hurt. But somehow, apparently, Swedish children are considered to be so stupid that they don't get this. It kind of reminds me of, America, where if you build a microwave, you have to put up a disclaimer saying, don't put your cat in here, it will die. Because otherwise, you're assumed to be able to do so. But honestly, this slope is awesome, and it's in the middle of town. It's a park. It's a park, and the GoPro does not show how steep it actually is. It kind of looks flat, but it's not. I assure you. You do get out of breath when you walk up to Sofia Kyrkan. And up here, a food delivery guy got stuck in the loose snow. He was burning rubber as his vehicle was back wheel driven, and he did not get any leverage on the rear of the car. So I picked up a shovel and I started helping him out. Yes, there were shovels around because people live there and they just left the shovels outside of their yards. An older woman was very concerned. She couldn't help out physically because she was too old. But we all tried, and then some other guys came along and helped out, and then this third and fourth guy came along to help out. It was really great. And then finally we got that guy out of there.
Today's heroes!
And that must have been like the happening of the day. So I thought I'd go into town and take a look around to see what's what and what's going on and what it looks like at the moment. It is just as ugly as it was before. Parts of Stockholm are really, really beautiful. The center, the downtown, is extremely ugly, albeit it looks better on camera. It's not pretty, but it's the center of town. And it's not pretty. As you can see, it's pretty empty, but you should still wear a mask inside. And here I'm entering the department store NK, stands for Nordiska kompaniet or the Nordic company. It's a department store for fancy Chinese-made bullshit with designer labels. I think blowing up NK was probably one of those secret wishes that we all had in this little film project. And now we're out. I'm approaching Sergels Torg, which is a square, a plaza in the center of town, which serves a little bit like a speaker's corner for protests and, well, speakers. Here's an interesting poster, Nya Moderaterna, or the New Moderates. The Old Moderates is the traditional right-wing party here in Sweden, the old-school capitalists. Now, the New Moderates are the inbred children of these moderates who are broken free from the Old Moderates. They are a concentration of capitalism, more extreme and with much less life experience. So their views are very one for all and all for me. You know, the wonky way of thinking that comes with recycling your own DNA for far too long. Kind of like Caligula or Trump. So in a previous video I told about Kry, an application for healthcare. This company stole patient files and registered them as patients and users of Kry without their consent, because for every patient or customer you get money from the municipality. So the company made tons of money by messing up people's files and treatment history. Now, Vårdguiden, translated the care guide, also called 1177 because that's their phone number, is an online healthcare system that allows people to log in using their bank credentials as ID. One can renew prescriptions and speak to a doctor and make appointments and get updated medical information on this site and such. 1177 is owned by a company called Inera, which in turn is owned by Swedish municipalities. So long story short, 1177 is now threatened to be sold to Kry, that bordering to being criminal company, by these new moderates. So the poster basically says, stop the Krya, not Nya, haha, Krya moderates from selling 1177 to their friends. Kompis means buddy in Swedish, and the M they're using is the logo for the moderates. So there you have it. It's actually a pretty good poster.
That sign was written in Swedish. Swedish number 2. We have more than 120 seats on the bus.
And now I'm back at Ugly Slussen, and this little light sign is the oldest light sign in Sweden. Stomatol. It's been there for more than 100 years. Yes, more than 100 years. It's been there since 1899, I believe. That's pretty impressive. It still works.